Right guys, so to make this prosthetic you're going to need some Meron scar wax, some Vaseline, some red cotton, a sponge and some liquid latex. And I've got my handy reference photo to just go roughly by, because I've never seen Phantom of the Opera before, so you'll have to bear with me. And I'm using my face mold I did to create the prosthetic. You don't have to use the face mold, you could just do it on a flat surface if you want to, because I do use it on my husband and not on myself, so it's just how you place it on the face, and I cut it to size anyway. So what I'm doing, I'm just getting some scar wax, and you can use any sort of base for this really. You can use Play-Doh, anything really that's going to shape and mould. So I'm just like rolling little sausage shapes and then making like a big C shape on the face, so it's going to be like over the brow and the cheekbone, and then I'm going to make one over the bridge of the nose. Because if you look at the reference photos, it's Gerrard Butlers who plays Phantom of the Opera. So I'm going by his look, but you can obviously do this look however you want. So I'm going to make another sausage shape and put that around at the top. So it's going to be almost like a squiggle down the face, if you know what I mean. Like a backwards S. Because we're going to make a place where the brain's supposed to be hanging out, but it's not a brain. But you'd have to look at the reference photos to see what I'm trying to do. But we're trying to make like it's a broken skull almost. Blend it all in with your thumb, and then it comes round the eyebrow and then a big cheekbone. Do use Vaseline to smooth everything out as well, because it's really good on this scar wax, the Vaseline. And I'm using some tools, just like metal tools, to poke some holes into it to give it a little bit of texture. And I'm going to cut out little sections of the top part. Like I say, it's going to be the skull that's like almost cracked, but it's very weird because I'm not sure. So I've not seen the film, I'm not sure why he's like that. Maybe he was born like that, I'm not sure. I'd have to Google it, but yeah, I'm going to have to sit down and watch the film. But you can see what I'm doing, so I hope that the actions speak louder than my words, because I'm terrible at explaining things. So I'm just smoothing all the wax out because I want it to be flush to the cast, the mold cast of my face. So then it fits onto, it'll fit onto my husband's face pretty well, because the flatter you can get it, the better it will be for blending the edges in. And now, like I said, grabbing that metal tool, I'm going to cut out sections of the top part of the head, which is like the sort of broken skull. So now I'm just going to run the tool all over the prosthetic, just to give it some texture. Now grabbing a sea sponge, I'm just going to push it onto the prosthetic just to try and give it a little bit more texture on top of the scratches that I've just made. Now I'm just going to poke some holes into the prosthetic to give it some pores, like open pore texture. And as you can see, I keep popping the Phantom of the Opera mask over it, just to make sure that when he puts the mask on, it is covered in that area. And now you want to pop some liquid latex all over the prosthetic. You want to go around the edges as well as on what you've just done. So whilst that is wet, you want to rip up some red cotton and really tear it apart, so the thinner the better. And then you just want to place it in certain areas onto the prosthetic, because this is going to show through once we pop it onto the skin. Then you want to wait for the latex to dry and then pop some more on. Put about 3 or 4 layers of latex on, and then you'll be able to take it off ready to apply. So stay tuned for part 2 of Phantom of the Opera, of how apply and paint it. And thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.